So the big story coming out of the Super Bowl, it's not Peyton Manning and his second championship, even though he was really a secondary character in the Super Bowl. It's not Von Miller, who was a man amongst boys. It's not the Denver Broncos defensive line that showed, yeah, as good as an offense can be, a monstrous, legendary defense can be better. It is one Cam Newton, and leading into the Super Bowl was one man, Cam Newton. And Cam Newton said all the things. You know what? He was right. Let him dance. Let him celebrate. His team was enjoying it. They were coming together. He was being a leader. He was doing all the things that helps a team win on the field. So let him celebrate. Well, here's the deal. You cannot say the line, stop me if you want me to stop dancing. Then when they stop you, you stop dancing and you become a petulant child. You become a spoiled brat. You can't do it. Because then you're the same Cam Newton. All the growth and the maturity. We're the same team. We just are winning. Yes, you're right. You're the same team, and you were winning. And when you were losing, you're watching fumbles on the ground that turn games. A lot of people said, well, it was pretty much over. It wasn't. It was a 6-point game. The Broncos offense was a joke, and if Cam Newton picks up the ball that's at his feet, they punt it, there's 2.5 minutes left, and they have their timeouts, the game isn't over. But Cam Newton just watched the ball, thinking only of himself, because that's the guy he's been up until this season. And when the going got tough, the tough showed who they were. And you can say whatever you want about maturity. Well, when the Panthers did not have a run game, and the Broncos made sure of that and said, go Cam, beat us, Cam sat there and looked like Ryan Tannehill. I'm not saying he's not the league MVP. I'm not saying he's not a better player. But when he had to show who he really was, like a Peyton Manning did, and Peyton Manning didn't do much, but at least he didn't get in his team's way, Cam Newton was a little baby. It's that simple. Cam Newton storms out of a press conference. I understand no one wants to be in that moment. When you're losing, who wants to talk to anyone? Well, then don't get paid hundreds of millions of dollars. Because Peyton Manning and all the guys he wants to be compared to, LeBron James, stand there and take the fire and do the press conference. He says nothing, then he gets up and leaves. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. You can't have all the riches and the money and not a little of the backlash when your team loses. Grow up, Cam. We already thought you did. This is the Lube Tube.